Now I know exactly what you're thinking. For crying out loud, Atreus, this is like the 5th video in a row roasting Assassin's Creed. Can you give it a rest? No. I can't give it a rest, especially not after this latest development. Ubisoft no longer plans to launch a second major Assassin's Creed Shadows expansion. Oh my God, I think we might have ended them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did we just end? Don't ever let nobody tell you you have no voice. You have no power. Because I believe that we might have just forced Ubisoft to wave the white flag on Assassin's Creed niggas in Japan. So come on with this journey to me as we go over this article really quick. And make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all of those great things. Yeah, let's get it. So we dive into this IGN article, and right now, what they're saying is, as of now, at this moment for year 2, there is no expansion on the size of Awaji that is planned. Associate game director Simon LeMay Comtoy said in an interview with Raptor. Now that's insane. Now, if you know anything about the previous Assassin's Creed games, then you know that typically they do like big expansions, at least about 2 or 3 of them maybe. We know that Valhalla was one of their $1 billion games. I'm not sure about Mirage yet. Has Mirage reached $1 billion yet? I'm not sure. But this is shocking, especially considering the fact that they did all of that caping earlier this year, talking about how oh yeah, we dunked on the chuds. We had to stop worrying about the chuds and worry about ourselves. Yeah, okay. Okay. I see you waving the white flag here now. IGN says it's an extremely surprising decision by Ubisoft, which followed up the launch of 2017's Assassin's Creed Origins with 2 expansions, 2018's Assassin's Creed Odyssey with 2 expansions, and 2020's Assassin's Creed Odyssey with that's the same game. Okay. I think they meant Assassin's Creed Valhalla there. Come on now. I need you to do some better journalism there. Correct yourself. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is what they meant to say, with 3 expansions, okay? Alongside numerous other smaller DLC drops. 2023's smaller scale Assassin's Creed Mirage was itself originally planned as yet another Valhalla expansion before it was ultimately released as a standalone game. They continue. This is what this the director said. We're still working on content for post-launch and supporting it, but it's not a full-on DLC the way a season pass would have had in previous years, confirming at least that Ubisoft still plans for smaller additions to Shadows within 2026. He says, we're trying to readjust for year 2 a little bit. There's learning from year 1. We can apply it to year 2. Any content we want to do in year 2 will probably be more sparse, not a drip feed, but chunkier updates that shake things up a little more. I'm not announcing anything at this point, but our strategy for year 1 was to be quick and reactive, so it means smaller drops often. But for year 2, we don't need to put fires out or anything, so it's more wet. Good, chunky little piece of meat we can drop and have people come back and enjoy it. In other words, they had so much controversy regarding the release that they had to just put out. They had the damage control basically. They continue. I think with Shadows, we had a big jump in generations. The engine work that we had to do on Shadows took a lot of time and a lot of resources. So the planning for the post-launch was not really clear as soon as it would have been on another game where the technology was more stable and well known. We started fairly late on Shadows because I remember during pre-launch we had the season pass, and the situation changed when we pushed back on the release date. The plan changed quite a bit, and then we had to kind of adapt to the situation. So because of the new tech, because of the new generation, because of the pushes we had in production, we chose an approach that was way more, let's put our ear to the ground when the game launches and react. In other words, let's see how people react to the game, and then we'll decide on whether or not we should do like an expansion or whatever the case may be. And this is 1000% because people did not respond well to the game. Like it didn't sell well. I'm sorry. It was considered for a reason the worst selling of the last 5 games. And you look at this tweet right here. This comes from Esri Muldoon. Okay, turns out gamers do not appreciate racist Asian erasure. Never let the modern audience shields forget that they are the minority and should be ignored. And so he put this screenshot of where it says Assassin's Creed Shadows is the lowest selling release across the last 5 entries. Yet you had all of these people running with this narrative that it was overperforming. Here's another tweet from that shield that blocked me. I didn't even know who this person was, the hidden one. He or she or it or whatever he is says, the thing about this that confuses me is you'd think a game Ubisoft said is overperforming and exceeding expectations would have a second DLC planned with no hesitation. Something is very off about this game's post-launch. It's because you're an idiot. If you read the article, they said Assassin's Creed, the IP itself, is overperforming, not Assassin's Creed Shadows. But this is what happens when you live in an echo chamber full of morons. Shadows was never overperforming. It was literally considered the lowest performing Assassin's Creed of the last 5 entries. You get more reactions though. You're gonna get some more reactions. This person says, but those millions of players, guys, they owned the charts. Historically accurate, and now the truth is coming out. The game crashed, burned, and exposed Ubisoft for the scummy EA Light company that it is. Good, screw 'em, and the bootlickers that defended this game. Smash JT says, wait, so you're telling me Ubisoft lied? Well, I just want to correct that a little bit. Ubisoft didn't lie. They actually never said that Ubisoft, I'm sorry, they never said that Assassin's Creed Shadows was overperforming. They said the Assassin's Creed franchise was overperforming. Now, the metric that they use to say that is insane. What was it? Sessions? Play sessions, I suppose. Like who does that? Anyway, he continues, if this game was really overperforming and crushing expectations like they claim, why does it feel like they have zero confidence in supporting it? The post-launch situation is a complete shit show. No, agree. Master of the TDS comes back and says, but they said the game was a huge hit. Why would they not want to capitalize on that success? It doesn't make sense unless it didn't sell well. And that's the truth. It's the same thing with Ghost of Yotei a little bit, in that with Tsushima, you double down on Jin Sakai. In this particular case, we're talking about DLC. If Assassin's Creed Shadows really was a hit like that, there's no way you don't get, like, an expansion is like releasing a smaller version of the game. So what, you get like a $30 expansion, that's free money. It's content that you should have already created or in the midst of creating, and then you get to sell it for like $30 or $40, depending on how much content is in it. What likely happened here is the content isn't finished, and based on the sales of this game and the reaction to this game, they've determined that finishing that content is not worth the cost, and people are not gonna buy it, especially after this disaster with the Attack on Titan stuff. There's no way anybody takes this game seriously when you don't even take it seriously enough to deliver on the DLC content that you advertise. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the drift be with you.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.